So part 2 in our video series, it's production day. If you're watching this, you might have been asked to be part of the video. And maybe you've even been part of a production day before. Our video shoot days look slightly different, mainly because our differentiator is that we create interactive videos for our customers. Videos where viewers can choose which department, procedure, or service they're interested in learning more about, and choose their customer journey. We'll outline in this video exactly how we set up the shoot to make sure we're delivering a truly one-of-a-kind experience for your website visitors, while also keeping things fun, light, enjoyable, professional, and on time while at your office. Here's a 3,000-foot view, the TLDR version. Our team shows up about an hour before the first scheduled interview to find a nice location. Sometimes a conference room or a hallway with natural lighting that's out of the way for most folks and out of the way for day-to-day operations. We set up the lights, the camera, and get everything set for our interview lined up. We are incredibly welcoming to all of those brave enough to volunteer for the video. With some fun questions to warm up in front of the camera, we then roll into our questions for the interview. We interview a host of the video and then a few, usually 2 or 3 experts as part of the interactive experience that we'll be putting together. Lastly, we film some office shots for use to overlay on top of the interviews to keep viewers' attention strong. We might even fly a drone around, and then that's a wrap. And now, let's get into a bit more detail on the schedule. Hopefully by this point, we've calmed the nerves and you're settling into the idea that this is going to be a day that's filled with fun with a professional video crew. Based on your pre-approved schedule, our team arrives for production day nice and early to set up. Our on-site point of contact points us in the right direction, and we set up our gear quietly while staying out of the way. Once we set up the equipment in a location that's out of the way of patients or out of the way of regular scheduled business, we'll get started with the introduction to the video, which is the host. Quick side note, if you're watching this thinking, what should I prepare here? I've been asked to be in the video. The short answer is that you don't need to prepare much of anything. Our goal is to make the conversation you have in front of the camera feel really comfortable and natural, something that just doesn't work with a script or a teleprompter. And what should you wear? We want you to dress naturally. Wear what you'd normally wear and what your patients, customers, or students could expect to find you wearing at work. Let this video serve as a great tutorial on what to expect. Our goal is for you to lose 0 sleep over preparing for the shoot. We like to keep items off your to-do list and again, make production day an enjoyable experience for all involved, especially if you're watching this and thinking, I'm gonna be in front of the camera. What to expect as you're working with our team? We'll set you up in front of the camera, get a microphone on you. Audio is almost as important as video on these shoots, and then get you comfortable with audio checks and lighting while asking questions like, what'd you have for lunch? Or can you count to 10 for us? You know, real hard-hitting interrogation. Once we've got you feeling pretty comfortable and acclimated to the mic, the lights, and our team, we begin to outline the role of the host in the video. For RevelForms, our goal is to generate leads and interactions in the video. We do this with all of our videos by welcoming people to the business, your firm, your practice, or your office. Here's an example. Hi, welcome to Yellowstone Family Dentistry. We're thrilled to show our facility and introduce you to some of our specialists. Please select which procedure you're looking to learn more about, and we'll introduce you to that team. Here's the cool part. Viewers can now choose their own customer journey, whether it's pediatric, orthodontic, oral surgery, or just general dentistry. The video is now personalized and caters to them. We typically schedule an hour with the host. They'll need to help continue to guide the video, so we'll record the introduction and also the handoffs. Things like, great, let's direct you to pediatrics, and great, let's get you to meet Dr. Frederick, the head of our orthodontics department. Lastly, we record the contact form segment. In the video, this is what appears after we meet the doctors, and it sounds something like this. Thank you for visiting with our team. Now that you know a bit more about us here at Yellowstone Family Dentistry, we'd love to know a bit more about you. If you're ready to book an initial consult, feel free to complete this simple questionnaire, and a member of our team, maybe even me, will be in touch real soon. Once the viewer completes the form, the host does one final outro. Thanks again. Feel free to explore some of our additional resources and videos. And that's the role of the host. Welcome the viewer and direct them to the experts. Now, let's talk about the experts. By this point, we've identified who on your team is going to be covering what. In the example above, maybe the same doctor is going to cover general dentistry and orthodontics, while a different doctor is the expert talking about pediatrics. In the schedule, we film back-to-back and sometimes back-to-back-to-back with a lot of time slots for these experts, as many as we need to get through, typically in 30-minute time slots. Here's the best part. This is the only time slot that we need the expert. They can budget 30 minutes, then go back to their day. We're prompt and always on time. We'll transition into more in-depth questions about the procedure and business. This is where we try to capture the differentiators and the competitive advantage of the practice or firm. Questions like, describe the experience for someone walking in for the very first time. Talk to us about what makes this place special. What is a positive story of a patient or customer experience that stands out to you that could only happen here? And then more specific questions about the area of expertise. Since remember, the viewers have selected from the host which doctor they want to meet with. So the expert segment is tightly focused on a specific area of the practice. Let's use pediatric as an example here. And of course, if you're real estate or another business vertical, just substitute your products and services for pediatric, orthodontic, and general dentistry. Could be something like commercial, multifamily, and single family if it's real estate. What is the experience like for kids and parents? What's something parents and kids will be surprised by at Yellowstone Family Dentistry? Then we'll talk orthodontics, general dentistry, and oral surgery. Once interviews are complete, congratulations. All the staring at the camera and answering questions portion of the day is over. Now it's time for our team to collect some B-roll. What's B-roll? B-roll is the footage we capture to overlay on top of interviews. So as the oral surgeon is talking about patient care and consultations, perhaps we show footage of the same doctor meeting with a patient, which is usually a kind of volunteer from the office staff. We take about 2 hours to collect in-office footage, drone footage of the facility, creative camera shots of front desk staff helping and welcoming first-time patients, and then that's a wrap. We typically budget half a day to be on site, and again, no more than 30 to 45 minutes of any one person's time. We'll chat more about post-production in the next video, but we turn the video around exceptionally fast and get that lead gen experience on your site, usually the following week, with approval and edits, of course. So to recap, our team arrives an hour early to scout a quiet location out of the way of your business. We set up lights, camera, get the microphones, and get everything set for the very first interview. We film the host introductions and outro. Having already planned for the experts, we take 30 minutes per interview, usually between 2 and 4 people. And then lastly, we collect B-roll from the office, showing off the facility, the welcoming vibe, and gathering additional shots for use in the custom experience video, as well as some shorter clips, maybe for some social media, for your video library. And that's a wrap. We're very excited to be on site with your team. If you have any questions at all, feel free to send them our way. We'll respond promptly. You can also give us a call or chat on our website, RevelForms.com.